Right, so we're trying again for November Pain, and this might be an armour that I'm going to take. It's my Italians, and it's based on the Duel in the Sun War in Africa for the Italians. Can't take any self-propelled guns, and I can only have one unit of the Italian infantry, and I have to have more of the colonial. But you can actually upgrade the colonials to regular, and that's what I've done in this list. So, starting from the front, I've got a regular unit of Italian infantry, and then I've got a unit of regular Ascaris, and then I've got another unit of regular Ascaris which have Scout, and Scout allows them to come onto the back edge of the table turn 3. The next unit is the Bersaglieri, who are veterans. And then we've got a second lieutenant and his mate, and then a second lieutenant, and then a medium mortar, 2 regular L6 40s, and an M14 40, and an anti-tank gun. And that's the Italians. Right, Colin's using his French again this week, and on the YouTube channel for the last game, somebody kindly pointed out that we'd got the extra inexperienced squad wrong for the French, so we've changed it around for this game, and all the inexperienced troops are the same size and the same costings. So that's now sorted that one, so thank you very much for pointing that out for us. Right, Colin, take it away.
Right, well, as I was saying, we're trying the French again, and as I said, the kicking I got from Ken the last game.
It was a good race with the Greyhound at the end.
It was a good race with the Greyhound, and my tanks, unfortunately, being pitifully slow, couldn't keep up. But anyway, so we've got rid of the big monolith Char 2C to replace it with a Char B. Now, I'm using a lot of proxy tonight because the box of the new French hadn't arrived. So, we've got Char B over in the corner there, lovely, and we're proxying a Yigo as another Char B. As it's virtually the same size, I thought that would be reasonable for tonight, but it's not Japanese. Next to the Yigo being pretended to be a Char B, we've got a medium anti-tank gun, and next to that I have a regular sniper team, and then obviously I'm using 2 reinforced platoons, so I've got a second lieutenant inexperienced and a first lieutenant inexperienced again with 1 guy. Then, as I say, as it was pointed out to us about the inexperienced, so we have 3 units of inexperienced Japanese pretending to be French out of 6-man team, no additional weapons, which means I can have an additional one at 6 men with the same weaponry and the same cost, which is what we've got there. The only other addition I have are 2 regular units of Senghalese, which each of those units has a light machine gun and a submachine gun, and NCO, the rest are rifles.
Oh, that's quite good actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That seems quite solid, just with the 2 regulars and the 2 Char Bs, and with quite a bit of infantry, even though it's inexperienced, quite a lot to do different bits. Certainly holding.
Well, we objectives, key objectives, key
objectives, yeah. Right, which leads us on. We're going to be playing key positions tonight on the table, which is going to be 1 piece in the centre. It's a change to the book layout for the game, and then we'll have 2 each to place down for on our own sides, and it'll be the winner who has most points. There is a secondary objective in this one, which we'll be doing in November Pain. That's herself down here under the palm trees. A little bit of flashback to Casablanca, I think. So the heroine is out there, and so we'll be playing on the deserty table tonight. Buildings are buildings. We've got some earthworks, and we've got the palm trees, and the palm trees are counted as wood, so you can't get a line of sight through them. So we'll sort of start putting down our objectives. So this is the list that I'm taking, or was hoping to take, to our November Pain. It's a 2 rifle platoon list based on War in Africa for the Italians. However, since playing this game and having a discussion online, it would appear that I've cheated somewhat by having the army laid out as I do. The premise of the war in Africa is that 70% of the troops were colonial. If you do one rifle platoon, you can do this by you can have 2 Italian units, so that's either Bersaglieri or the regulars, or an inexperienced troop. You can only have one each of those, but you can have more colonials. However, if you go into a 2 rifle platoon, it makes it a little bit more difficult, because you can only have one of the troop types. So you've got to have 4 non-colonial troops to actually fill the core requirements, which means that infantry-wise, the colonials, which are the inexperienced, but for the war in Africa you can make them up to regular, means that I'm only going to fit in 1. So it's a little bit odd. You can do it for 1 rifle platoon to have a majority of, or at least half, colonials, but you can't do it with 2 rifle platoons, which I think is a little bit of an oversight when they were putting the rules together. So as it is, what we've got here is we've got the 2 rifle platoons. First rifle platoon would have the regular Italian infantry and regular colonials, and then the second rifle platoon would have the Bersaglieri, who are a veteran, and then another unit of regular colonials, which would give me a 50-50 mix of colonial troops to Italians. So I thought that would be quite reasonable. I'll run it past the people at the British Historical Game Society to see if they are or would be happy with me running it that way. And if they are, then I'll look and run the list in November. But it's an interesting little list because it gives you the option to take the scouts of 1 colonial unit, which means that they can pop out on your opponent's table edge on turn 3 when outflanking reserves come into play. So it gives people a little thing to think about. Taking the 2 rifle platoons, it allows me to take either 2 tanks or 2 armoured cars, and in the Italian list for this era, the L640s are classified as armoured car slot. So in this list I'm taking the 1441 and the 2 L640s. So it gives me a little bit of anti-armour, but not great. I've got 2 with light autocannon, and 1 with a light anti-tank gun. So yeah, it's not overly powered with anti-tank. So sort of strategy with this one is outflank and reserve to try and take at least 1 objective when we're playing key positions, and possibly use the outflank and the scouts to try and take the demolition objective. That's a theory. And for the elimination scenario, I've gone for biggest troops. Well, not biggest troops, but I've got a minimum of small units that can be knocked out. Avanti Solari, which is if I go 3 less than the units that I've killed, I get a -2 to my leadership, which is really heavy going. So you really got to try and not put troops forward that can get wiped out very quickly. So that's a key with the Italians list here, certainly in tournaments, is to keep that number of deaths to victories or kills as even as possible. So that's a theory. So anyway, this is a list that I'm taking for tonight. I've got to check out to see if it's illegal for the future. So okay, on with the scenario. So we've set the table up. We've got the centre objective, and on this side we've got objective against the wall there, and we've got an objective in the pit over here. And then for the other side of the table, we've got an objective on this little pit here, and one there, behind the building. Colin's set up his sniper up on the top, and I've put my artillery man for the mortar right over there at the back.
Go on, 36.5 inches away.
Yeah, he's not going to be sniped in the first turn, but there again, he's not got much of a view of everything.
It's
but
not far off it, Ken.
it's
not far off it.
No, it's probably very close.
He's mending his bike.
Yep. So for outflank, what am I going to have on outflank tonight?
That's a point.
Yep, I shall have to write down 2 units, 2 or 3 units for outflank.
Yeah.
And I think I shall be outflanking with 3 units.
You're going to outflank with 3.
The scout unit, an L60, an L640, and my anti-tank rifle, I think.
Okay, so you're
That'd be interesting.
outflanking with 3. Have you got anything in reserve, did you say?
They're the outflank.
Right, so you don't have to say whether they are reserve or outflank.
They're reserve outflank, so they could come on anywhere down the sides.
But not on the back of the table?
Not on the back edge, no.
No. So I say we had to split between reserve and
Yep.
flanking.
I think so.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they are reserves, but they go on outflank. So you would think that they would have to come at some stage on the flank.
Well, if you put them down as reserve, but I think you have to specify if they're outflanking.
Yep.
I think there's a difference.
Yep.
So what am I going to do? Do I want anything on reserve?
Need some hills, don't we, really?
Well, you do kind of.
But we're okay. I think that'll probably surprise us with the line of sights.
I think we're going to be able to move quite quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think I'm going to have. Dare I have a unit?
Yes. It's HE. I have rolled my little L640 on, and he is going to take a poke at the sniper in the building. So Colin is deciding what he's going to do, because obviously it's 4 to hit the building because I've moved, and I think I'm probably within 24. So he's only get +1 to hit, or it's -1 to hit because he's a small team. So he will get that. So it's going to be a 5 to hit the building and the unit within inside it. So it's got a light autocannon. So I've got 2 shots to get a possible 5. So Colin's trying to decide whether he's going to go down or risk his snipper.
But it's not a blast marker. It's
It's 2. It's
It's a dice roll.
it's D3.
D3.
It's no, because it's in a building. It's D3.
Oh, go on, stay up. Come on.
Okay then.
Yes.
2 dice.
Hang it. 2 5s coming up. But go for it.
That measure whether I'm in 24.
You are within 24. Yeah.
I would have thought so.
Yeah. Is that the hot bench roll? Yeah. Actually, only just.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Okie dokie. So 2 5s required.
2 and a 1.
That'll be nothing then.
Miss me.
Good plan.
It was a good idea.
Poor sniper, having laughed at the L640, is going to take a shot at the regular Ascari.
Yep.
So he's going to obviously want to try and knock out my LMG man.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 3, isn't it?
3 it is. 4.
That's a 4, and you need a 4 to kill.
Yep.
Sadly, that's a 6.
So it doesn't matter, does it?
So that's a dead LMG man.
Dead LMG, good old Japanese.
Sadly, I've been forced to bring on the 1440, and he is going to take a shot at the Char B,
which is the Yago pretending to be a
which is
shark.
the Yago pretending. He's going to take the anti-tank gun at the tank, and he's going to put the whole machine guns at the snipper, and we'll see how that one runs. So, what did you say I need for the anti-tank gun against the Sharpie?
5.
That's going to be a 5, is it, to hit?
Moving up half range.
Alright, so let's see what we get there. That's a 5.
Good.
That's a hit.
Good. You need 6.
I need a 6. Is that to penetrate? That's to glance. Because I'm a 4. And you're a 10?
No, 9. You're 3.
Oh, because it's long range, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, he's glanced it.
A glance with a 6.
You lucky swine. There you go. 3.
3.
Down to 1.
So that's stunned and 2 pins.
Yep.
Well, cracking! Avanti! Avanti!
That was a cracking, Ken.
That was a good one.
You can tell, you see...
So, into turn 1, and we both struck a little blow each. A little blow, that is. So, the French are en masse with their inexperienced infantry swamping over on this left side. Although the plain green are the Tyrrelliers, aren't they?
Well, the Senegalese.
The Senegalese, whatever they are. Yeah, they're Zems. Another char. There's a Char B there.
Yeah.
And then the medium anti-tank gun, another Char B, and the little infantry there. So Colin has got all his troopies on. I've still got off board. Whee! You probably got very dizzy there. My little tank, a unit of Ascari for coming on, and an anti-tank gun, just for the hell of it, because it keeps them safe. So yeah, so that was the end of the turn, and I managed to put the 2 pins on the Char B over there, and Colin managed to take out my LMG. So all dice are back in for turn 2, and let's hope I can have a first dice, which probably won't be, and we might be able to get another shot off on that tank before the medium anti-tank gun that he snuck on over there takes me out. So we'll see what we can do. Very sad for the Italians that the first dice out is the French. So that's going to be the medium anti-tank shooting. So it's going to be a 4.
It's going to be a 4 hit.
Yep.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Nope.
Nope, that's a miss. So we're safe for the moment. Second dice out is the Italians, and I've moved up the L40. No, it's not. It's the 1440 up, and we're going to take a shot at the Char B. I need a 4 to see what we can get.
Yay!
Yep, and we got another hit.
We need a 6.
And now we need a 6. Oh, there's a 6.
Okay. Again.
And there's a 2. So it's another 2 pins.
It's 2 pins, but it's immobilised.
Oh, yes. No, it goes -3.
No, you penetrated the armour.
Oh, I did penetrate. No, I did penetrate, didn't I?
Well,
yeah.
because you got 4 and it's
I
got
did.
9 in front.
Yeah, so it's immobilised.
So it's immobilised.
And 2 pins.
Turret jam.
And turret jam.
4, 5 or 6?
4, 5 or 6.
It jams, is it? Or
Yeah. Well remembered. No. So it can revolve.
So I can revolve, but
Yep.
it's there,
But
and
it's
it's
there.
another 2 pins.
And 2 pins, yeah.
No, it's not 2 pins. It's only 1. It's the shaken and stirred thing.
No, it's the 2 pins as well for immobilised.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not to 4 then.
Oh, up to 4 pins. Wow, God, dear.
Stunning.
Promote that man. So my tank machine guns scored 1-6 to hit with 10 shots, and then I rolled a 6, which actually no, I rolled double 6 to actually hit him, and I've just rolled a 6 to wound because he would have been a 5+ in the building, and I didn't get a 4th 6. So Colin's going to take leadership test now on -1.
So it's 8.
Yeah.
9 down to 1.
Yep.
And they're dead.
And he's dead and gone. Well, that was a surprise.
Yeah, well, it's not bad. Not bad.
Incredible surprise. Well, he's going to be the platoon leader.
I think so.
There he is. He shall be the platoon leader, this one. Advanced up the L640 to get a bit of cover, and taken a shot at the artillery piece at the far end. I took a leadership test with a small turret and passed it, and we're going to take a shot at the medium anti-tank, and it needs 5s to hit. 2s. Nope, nothing there then. So Colin's moved up to Char B, and he passed his leadership test for the small turret, and he's going to take a shot at the 1440.
He's within his.
And then he's going to take a shot at the
those fellas.
Ascaris.
They're going to get the machine gun and the howitzer.
Right, they're going to go down then.
Okay.
Lob me a dice if you would, please.
Absolutely.
That's the trouble with the Sharbies. They've got lots of guns.
They have. So moved and within half range 4.
5 for cover.
Not from me, no.
Oh no, not for the tank.
So it's 4.
4s.
Hit it.
That's a hit.
Is it a front or a side?
That's going to be a front.
You sure?
Yeah.
When do we actually get a side?
When you're on very far on the side.
I was going to say, because that actually is hitting...
Yeah. If you...
Isn't it the majority or something?
no, it's not. It's it's a corner that comes out, yeah.
Okay.
So 45.
Whatever.
45 from the front of the tank. God, I'm all over the place, aren't I, there? So 45 from the front of the tank, so you're going to be on the front, and I'm an 8. And
4.
you're a 4. Okay, 4's to glance, 5 to penetrate.
3.
3, nothing, apart from
A pin.
the pin. Now it is firing against the Ascari, who have gone down. They get hard cover as well, so it's 6s followed by 6s.
Nope.
Nope.
And machine guns, same again.
Same again.
Same again.
2.
Possible.
Possibles, yeah.
1.
Yeah, 1 pin.
What, 1
And,
hit? 1 hit. 1
yep,
hit. Okay.
1 hit,
So
and
say 4.
4.
Nope.
But a pin. Colin is running up the French up here. He's advanced up 2 units to the building here. 2 and the unit over there, and another unit over there. Ah dear. So my dice out. What am I going to do? I need to do some shootings, I think, but tricky. Do you think that door is going to save you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's opened it deliberately.
Well, I think if you look at it,
Can't see me. Can't see me. Well, I think you should be able to, Ken, because look, you know. Then you're going to have to move. I think you might have to move.
oh yeah, if I was to shoot, it's like a line of them are behind the door and you can't see them, and there's 2 that you can see just peeking out over the side.
Oh dear.
My little mortar observer, apart from the beer glass, that's a reservoir, can see through the gap between the house and the wood at the Charbie. So he's going to take a shot, and it's going to need a 6. 1 this time. Turn 2, and there's a dead sniper. We like that. We were very lucky there. French have pushed forward. Those French in the Japanese uniforms, Indochina. But there they are. They're pushed up. I managed to get a shot with the LMG from the Bursilogy over here, and managed to kill 1 and put 1 pin on them. Colin rallied the Charbie over there, so that's ready to roll next turn, but can't move. But he's got an OK turret and he can fire next turn. These have just moved up. For the Italians, I took a plink from the mortar at the Charbie, so I'm needing 5s next turn, and moved the officers up to be a bit closer to the regular Italian infantry which are holding this objective. I'm going to have to consider what I do with these next turn, because they've got to get somebody up to the objective to actually capture it, which they haven't got at the moment. So that's what we're going to do with those. Looks like the secondary objective is going to be, I was going to say taken, that's probably not the right word. Escorted to safety would be a better word there. So that's looking like that's going to be going to Colin. And there's an infantry unit in the building, and 1 on this side, and another you can just see peeping over the top. So we're going to move into turn 3. Outflankers could come on this turn. Right, first dice out was for the Italians, and I tried to bring my Ascari on the far table, but I rolled the test for them to come on, and they didn't, so they went down. So next dice out was Collins, and he's going to fire the Charbie, and that's going to be the light howitzer at the tank,
and the light anti-tank,
and the light anti-tank at the tank. Right. So
machine guns.
You want to shoot it, do you? Yep.
Machine guns, I don't think can hit any. I don't know if they reach over there, but I will fire at those. Okie doke. The red guys.
So what is it? A 3 for the
both.
For the both. Yep.
We will fire the howitzer first.
Howitzer first. Okie doke.
He's hit it.
Yep, that's a hit.
6 to glance.
6 to glance. Yep.
No.
No.
But D3 pins.
D3 pins.
3.
3.
3 pins.
Yep.
That's quite good.
Yep, that is pretty harsh.
And the light anti-tank needing a 3.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
So it's just 3 pins.
3 pins takes me up to 4 pins, so that's quite harsh. Last time I had a difficult decision whether to use the mortar to take a plonk at the stricken Char B, but I didn't because I wanted the Ascari to come on and paid the penalty, and the Char B put 3 pins onto my 1440. So although it's not necessary to do it, I'll take a shot at him now anyway. So it's going to be a 5+ for the mortar to hit. So 4, no, doesn't hit this turn.
That again.
Cool, that comes out red.
What's that?
It's red on the table, but white on the
Is it?
on the video.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
how strange is that?
Oh, weird.
So Sharpie is going to take a shot with its light anti-tank at the...
1340.
Oh, it's got a different colour now.
Is it not?
So it's going to take a shot at my tank, and the howitzer is going to them. So the Bursilagi will go down.
Okay, and the machine guns will fire at them.
Okay, they will stay up.
Right. Okay, let's do the machine guns first.
Okay.
You know, they're staying up.
They're staying up. So you're stationary, but you're long range, and there's the hard cover. So that's going to be 4 6s.
6s. Let's do that first then. Dagger, dagger, dagger. None.
None.
And shot into with the
light anti-tank.
Light anti-tank on a 3.
On a 3.
Hit.
Yep.
And need 4 to glance.
Yep.
No. Yeah. He's penetrated.
Penetrated.
Only by 1.
Okie doke.
And see what damage we do?
Yep.
We immobilise it.
Okie doke. So
and 2 pins.
2 pins and immobilised.
Oh, well,
and we'll have to do a turret jam roll.
Yep. 4, 5, 6. It's jammed.
No.
Towards me then.
So
it's jammed.
yeah. So it's jammed on that. Yep. 6 pins.
Well,
see, if Colin hadn't said he was going to fire the light howitzer at the infantry, he could have taken out my tank just with pins.
I thought I might
6 needed from the Char B. It's not a Yigo. I'll just say that now.
It's potentially, yeah. 6 then?
Yep.
Yay! Yigo!
That's 6. I can't complain because I did have a number of 6s.
A few.
Yeah.
So it is into the laser matter.
So from the light howitzer, it killed 1 man and put 3 pins on the Bursilagi. So we'll have to rally them next time, I reckon. Right, on to the next nasty things that could hurt my L640. I've moved. I want to fire, but I'm going to have to do a leadership test.
Oh, got to move, yeah.
To move, so... Yep, 7 is okay. So we can fire.
5 then.
5s?
I reckon it's 5. You don't get small team or anything, so...
No.
2?
No, missed. A 2 and a 1. Interesting one. I went to rally with the 1440 and rolled a foobar. And rolled a 1 on the foobar result. And that means that I could have to target a unit within 12 of an enemy unit. So we measured it, and the little L640 is, and also the infantry unit. However, I've got turret jam with the tank, so my turret is facing that direction. So what we looked at, it goes down, as far as I'm aware.
I think it does.
Yeah, so goes down. So
that's it.
Bit of a shame really, because I would have liked to have rallied that. It's going to go next turn. I have a very...
if I hit it...
if it's hit with anything that does D3 pins, it's going to be pinned out of the game. It's only got 3 more to go. So, end of turn 3. The Italians' outflanking units failed to come on. They've got lost. Colin's got his officer holding the objective over there, and the Char B hunkered down. My little 1440 has taken a real pounding, and it's got 6 pins. I've moved the Italian infantry into the building. They're underneath that. They're on the first floor, or on the ground floor. There is only the ground floor, and they're on the roof. So they've moved into there. The officers have moved around here to claim the objective. The mortar's on a 4 to hit the Char B. And the Bursilagi are on 3 pins over here. They got hit by the light howitzer. From the other Char B, they are pain tanks really. They're 9 front and sides.
And rear.
And a rear 9. And a rear 9. So they are really good little fortresses on wheels or tracks. The infantry have got the secondary objective, and they're going to escort her off the battlefield if they survive. Yeah, moving into turn 4 should be an interesting one for all concerned. So let's see if my tank can survive the barrage. First dice out for the Italians, and it's going to be the mortar who is going to take a plonk at the Sharby.
Do you want to throw that dice?
No, let's get a proper dice.
4 to hit.
So while I'm holding the camera, it's going to go all over the place. 4s to hit. 3. Oh. Yeah, this mortar is not well designed. The dice that's come out is Collins for his Sharby. So he's been considering what's going to do, and he's going to take a shot at the infantry in the house. It's only going to be a 3. I've got the option to go down, which would take it up to a 5. The difficulty for me is that he's got those guys there which are advancing around to try and take out the mortar. So if I do go down, I'm going to really struggle with them. If I don't go down, it's only a 3 to hit the building.
And D6.
And then D6 casualties.
-2.
So it could be pretty harsh. But I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and keep them up and take the penalties.
I hope I get a 1 or 2.
So 1 or 2 coming up. So
1 or 2?
Let's have a look.
4. It's a
4.
hit.
That's a hit. So D6. Yep.
6.
That was not what I wanted.
That's probably the worst you could hope for.
Worst I could hope for. So
2's to kill.
2's to kill.
Wow. That's all but 1.
Yep. So that's
extraordinary. Sorry. No, just 5 dead.
5 dead. 5 dead. So that was harsh. That was pretty bad.
It's D3, isn't it? It's not D6, is it?
No, not D6.
2.
2 pins.
2 pins and 5 dead. Wow.
2 pins, 5 dead. So we'll have to do a leadership test for that one. Machine guns have failed to hit the people in the building. I passed the leadership test, so there's 3 of them left. Taking a shot with the light anti-tank at my tank.
3.
Leading 3.
Hit.
Yeah, hit. So that's 4s against a mate on the front. Yep. Nope.
Just a pin.
Just a pin. So it takes it up to 7 pins. Medium anti-tank dice has come out. He's going to take the dice for the medium anti-tank, and he's going to take a shot at my 1440. I'm only on 4 pins. 7 pins. 7 pins.
You'll be fine, Ken.
Yeah, and you need a 3.
3 to hit you. 1 missed you.
Ah, well, that's a lucky one for me.
Hasn't it?
Collins moved up the Charby. We had a discussion about the hull gun and the way it was pointed. And with this one, the description was that it in history, it had to pivot the tank so the gun could be fired by the driver.
Not the driver, no, but it hasn't got any.
It hasn't got any movement to traverse like the Grant.
It's built.
So he's moved it forward. He's passed his leadership test, and he's going to take a shot at my little tank. So moved needs 4s.
Howitzer first, and the machine gun is going to drill them.
The Burslagi. Right, okay.
So Howitzer first.
Howitzer first.
Yes.
Yep. Howitzer first hits with the 4.
You on side arm or is it front still?
That. I think you are probably going to get side.
Do you think?
Have you got a 45-degree template?
Yeah. We've got one of those green.
Yep, so
6s to glance.
6s to glance.
Nope.
Nope.
But the all-important D3.
D3 pins. 2 pins.
2 pins.
2 pins plus 7. Even with my maths is 9. So the tank is pinned out. Right, the French dice is up, and Colin is going to charge into the building and attack my 3 guys. So they haven't got any SMGs, so there's just 3 of them. They're not tough fighters. And Colin's got 5 men? 6 men. So it's...
what you got then? 3s.
3s for me. That's 2. And possible exceptionals.
Come on then. 2 6s. Well done.
And that's the
NCO.
NCO.
So you've killed 2.
Killed
Right.
2.
Me going back.
Yep.
And they're all dead.
Yep. 3 dead. God, harsh.
3 dead. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
So the French infantry have hopped into the building and they had a consolidation roll of 2. No, you can't do that.
Can we not?
No. Because you've got to run out of a building.
Okay.
Can't consolidate and move out that way.
They can consolidate.
So they'd have to be in the building.
Okay.
Still a pain.
Well, they're easy to hit now. Well, they're not easy to hit. Yes, they are.
Well, they are for the gun. Yep. Yep. So yeah, realise because we've got to run or advance out. Can't consolidate out. So we're going to take a shot with the L640. So needing 2s.
You sure you can't consolidate out?
No. 6s. 2 6s. So D3 for each one of those, isn't it? 3,
1,
4.
4.
Yeah. So it was minus 1.
2.
So that's 2. And 1 more?
I think you get 4.
Yes, sorry. So 4.
It's very easy, isn't it?
Alright, Senegalese are coming round. And they're going to try and take a shot at these. I've put these down.
So that is at 4s, 6s to hit.
Yep.
The rifles, I've got 1, 2 needing 6s, and these need 6s followed by 6s.
Okie dokie.
So, this fella first.
First off, 6s.
Nope. 6s followed by 6s. Nope. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, but you have gone down.
Pass me down.
That's probably quite a good thing. So there, down.
There you go. End of turn 4, and tricky one for the Italians. I charged on my L640 to try and take out the Senegalese, but they passed the leadership test. I forgot they had this little first lieutenant French man there who plussed 2, and they passed their leadership test. I've brought on the Ascari on Scout and took a shot at these guys here, but they went down and I didn't hit them at all, so a bit risky out there. Managed to kill the guys who were in the building who were threatening the objective and the mortar. However, this unit of Senegalese is a real problem because it's very close to the objective and I'm not sure what I can do. And then of course there's the Senegalese here as well. Interesting to see what's going to happen when the first dice comes out as we move into turn 5. Colin moved his Char B to take a shot with the light anti-tank at this one, so I've reversed back for Recce. So he's gone to there and he's taken a light helmet's a shot at this one. I can't Recce away from that, so it's going to need a 4 to hit it.
4?
Yeah, let's just check whether it's front or flank. Check the angle, and it's going to be a flank shot if he hits, so needing a 4.
4? Nope.
Nope.
1.
Isn't right. So, my run of dice coming out of the bag has been absolutely horrendous. We've looked at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice?
I've got 3, 5, 6 out.
Six dice out to 2.
Mm.
Absolutely incredible. With the same number of dice, but it's come out 6 dice to 2, which was really
well, having going down with
scuppered.
That one there is probably a thing.
Yeah, and that was a down one, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, so
so I've had 1, and that's come out.
And that's an action.
That's an action.
You have an action.
I've had 1 dice.
1 dice you've done.
Yeah, 1 dice out.
Yep.
So 6 dice out to what? Crazy stuff. So now Colin's moved this one up to take a shot at the Bersiligi. So he's got loads of shots at close range. He'll be hitting on moved 4.
Threes.
So it's going to be 3s to hit.
Yeah.
And we've probably got about 10 dice.
I've got 4 for light, 2 for the submachine gun. There's 8 of them, So that takes 3 out, it's 5 rifles. So
Yeah.
it's pretty much that coming at you. I think. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, I
5
think.
rifles, that and the loader.
And I think I'll have to go down. Don't think there's much else I can do apart to save it. Down would take you to a 5, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I have to go down. Well, that was quite safe for me, sort of. It's given me 1 extra pin, but no casualties. But a problem. Water's going to take a shot at the Char B because it's the only thing I really can hit, and I need a 3.
Oh dear, oh Lord.
A 2. Right, I've got to try and counter Colin's move over there. So I've moved forward the L6040. I need a leadership test really to have moved it. 7, yep, that's okay. So I've got now 2 shots moved for 4s. Nothing.
Oh, God. That's really good for me, but not for you.
Yeah, not so good for me. The last dice out was for the Ascaris, and I rolled to see if they'll pass the leadership test at -2, and they didn't, so they go down, which I could have done without. But there we go, that's stymied them a bit. So at the end of the turn, we've got quite a lot of troops running over for the French to try and stop them coming up to there. We've got the officers holding the objective here. Charby is still in play. And then we've got the Senegalese infantry here, putting the pressure on the Ascari who are down here, and another unit of Senegalese in there, threatening the Bersailles. A little officer there of mine who's going to have to try and get a dash over to there. And then we've got the officer who's the objective there with the L640. So interesting game ahead. So we'll move into turn 6 and see where we go. Okay, first dice out is for Colin. French is going to take a shot with his machine guns at the Ascari. 3s. So that's 4 of them, and then 4s.
Could be nasty. Could be a pin, whatever happens. But it's 1 dead. And
1 dead. 1 dead and a pin. Let's get a dice.
And we got, you are on, hang on.
Yeah, so that's not so bad then.
You're on 3 pins.
3 pins, they're not going to go anywhere.
And there's 2 of them there. And a dead one over there. So, next dice.
French.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I'm afraid I've got to destroy these.
Yep.
They've got to die horribly. Because if they don't die... Oh, I've turned the gun now.
You have.
However, they must die. So, we are going to gun them down from close range. Oh, hang on a minute. You've got 3. 3 pins. So you're going to have to charge. But you've still got to roll to charge, haven't you?
I've got a leadership test to take, yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be, what, 960 club?
Yeah.
I think we've got to go for... Oh, God, we've got to do that over there. Because although that shot... I haven't fired the house there, have I?
No.
Into that.
Okay, so that's going to be a...
Hang on, why have I got that dice out? I haven't finished that, have I?
No.
Hang on. The
So it'll be a
house into
3.
that. 3?
Yeah. No.
And machine guns over there, which are going to be...
6s followed by 6s.
You reckon?
Long range, hard cover,
Oh.
and a single target.
No.
No.
Still, where were we? Oh yeah.
Yep.
Dice. Okay.
The little tanky up to the objective to take a shot at them, but needed 6s followed by 6s, so didn't get them. So they survived. Sharby needed a leadership test to move and fire.
On a 10.
On a 10.
4.
Yeah, you'll be good.
I can't fail.
No.
So the Sharabi.
So they're going to go down.
They're going down. There's got to be 6s followed by 6s then. It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I have moved. This is 4. Small team 5.
So I'm moving the camera around whilst I'm trying to fish for a dice. So they're going down.
Okay. So we need. Do we say 6s followed by 6s?
6s followed by 6s.
Okay. Right, machine gun first then.
Yeah.
That'll be nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. The big gun.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a 6 followed by 6 as well?
Yeah.
Could lob you.
You could.
Can't. Too close.
Two guys.
Yeah. Nope.
Wherever that's gone.
Under that. So I have 3.
Rightio, so they survive.
And the big tank, which is the one on
The light anti-tank.
light anti-tank, that range is a 4.
Yep.
Hit.
Hit.
That's in the side.
That's in the side.
4.
So
7.
it's a 7. Yep.
3. Nope. Just a pin.
Yep. In fact, it's not. It's a 5 at the side, but you got a 1, didn't you?
Oh, that's that always miss.
Yes. Always misses.
Okay.
Some Italian dice coming out now. So I've rallied the Bersilagi. They rolled a 6 for their removal of pins, so got rid of 5, and then moved the officer off to get back to the objective. And we're gonna now fire the mortar at the Char B, because I'd have to go for a lucky 6, but I can't do that.
You'd probably get that.
So yeah, probably would. So I need a 2. No, what do I need?
2.
A 2. I need a 2 to hit the Char B.
Hey!
Hey!
Hurrah!
So a 5 needed. No!
Dun. But
It's
pins.
D3 pins, isn't it?
Yeah.
1. Good.
Didn't even shake.
Moved out the little L6040, who took a shot with the autocannons and did 4 casualties to the Senegalese that was parked here. And they took a leadership test and failed it and popped. So that was quite useful for me. If we go into turn 7, it gives me a chance. So, end of turn 6, and things are looking pretty close. If we look at the scenario objectives, to hold it and keep it control of it, there's got to be no enemy unit within 3. So, at the stand at the moment, I've got a man 3 inches within that one, so that's 1 to me. There's a guy 3 inches there, so that's 2. I'm holding 2. Colin is holding 2 at the moment. My Bersilagi are too far away, because Colin's got this one here, and he's got the one behind the house there. But this one I'm contesting. So, at the moment, it's 2 all. And 3 dice apiece. So, do you want to roll the dice, Colin?
What are we going to get?
1, 2, 3 it ends. 4, 5, 6 it continues. Ends. So a draw.
Are you sure that are we sure that
Yeah,
the test?
yeah, the
if
tank.
you haven't got this thing holding it.
No,
Right.
looked at the looked at the objectives. So it's anything within 3 by an enemy stops you holding it. So yeah, tough one. So that was a game. Always got to keep an eye on the objectives, and mine was to make sure that I had these at least the same number as Colin, and whether I could actually stop him holding some of his own. And in this one, some of the dice pulls for the randomness just didn't go my way. So many French dice came out, which sort of scuppered my tactics in some parts. But hey, that's how the game runs. Overall, I was quite pleased with how the Italians ran. I managed to avoid the Avanti Solari move, where it would have given me -2 leadership. So managed to keep that on board just about. The scouts, they came on, being regular. If they get a pin or 2, then they're hard to move. However, it did cause him consternation, and it did cause him to have to sort of commit 3 units to try and stop them getting to within the objective on his backboard. So they can prove troublesome. So yeah, good game, bit of fun, pretty close, and a draw in the end really. So that was quite good. Scoring wise for the competition, Colin, we would have got a draw, so scored the points for a draw. And Colin would have got 1 extra point for having the secondary objective of the woman that was escorted from the battlefield. So thanks very much for watching. We'll probably won't. Not sure if I'll be able to get another one up. Wife's going in for an operation on her neck. Going to fuse a disc, fuse a couple of vertebrae and remove a disc. So that might scupper me for a little while. I might get a few little videos out for other things, but not games. So we'll see how we go. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you hasn't, and also share with your friends. It would be great. So take care, and until the next time, roll them dice.